Welcome to this USA Triathlon sanctioned event, and thank you for volunteering. Today we're going to show you the best practices of setting up and operating an aid station at a triathlon, duathlon, or other multi-sport event. Aid stations are critical to multi-sport events as athletes require energy replacement during vigorous exercise and competition. The longer the race, the more energy replacement that athletes require. Most aid stations provide water, ice, and sometimes energy replacement fluid like Gatorade. In longer races or during extreme heat, aid stations may also provide fruit like oranges or bananas, cookies, energy gels or chews, and cold, wet towels or sponges for athletes to drape on themselves to cool down or wipe away sweat. The event organizer will provide all supplies to the volunteers. Typical supplies found at an aid station may include tables to stage cups of fluid and ice and coolers or jugs to mix energy replacement fluid and pour fluids into cups, chest coolers to store spare ice, cups for water, ice, and energy replacement fluid that are given to athletes, trash cans and bags to collect garbage, water, ice, and energy replacement fluid like Gatorade, energy gels or chews, a stir stick to mix energy replacement fluid concentrate, chairs for volunteers and athletes to sit in, and brooms or shovels to clear trash from the road or path. The amount of supplies needed for aid stations will depend on the number of athletes participating and the weather conditions. In good weather, an average baseline to keep in mind is to plan for at least 2 cups of fluid per athlete per the number of times they are passing the aid station. This can be increased or decreased based on the weather. Aid stations should also have enough cups to provide at least 2 per athlete per aid station each time the athlete passes. If an athlete will pass the same aid station 4 times, there should be at least 8 cups per athlete allocated to that aid station. If athletes are running 2 directions past the aid station, the table should be set in the middle of the road or the path. Or if the running lane is narrow, tables can be set on both sides. The table should be set on the side of the road or path if the athletes are running only one direction. Tables and equipment should not block the path of the athletes. Trash cans should be placed 10 to 30 yards past the aid station so athletes have an opportunity to throw their trash away as they run past. Pour bulk water and energy replacement fluid mix into the jugs, which will allow easy pouring into the cups. If using energy replacement like Gatorade, be sure to portion the amount of concentrate with the appropriate amount of water. With Gatorade concentrate, for instance, the entire gallon bottle of concentrate mixes with 5 gallons of water. The common 6-gallon orange Gatorade jugs are specifically designed for this combination of mix and water. Use a stir stick to mix concentrate and the water thoroughly. Be sure to add ice to the water and energy replacement fluid to cool it down before the athletes run by. Begin to pour the water and the energy replacement into cups and place on the tables for easy access. Don't pour it out early though, or the fluid could get too warm. 75% of the cup should be water and 25% of the cup should be energy replacement fluid. Be sure to group all of the like fluids together so you know exactly what you're handing to the athletes. Another method to quickly pour the cups is to lay out several empty cups on the table and use a handheld pitcher to pour into the cups. Fill pitchers from the larger jugs of water or the energy replacement. If a large number of athletes are registered, use clean sheets of cardboard, thick paper, or plastic to stack the cups in layers. This will help so that you're not constantly pouring cups when peak numbers of athletes are passing by. Place the energy gels or chews on the table and designate somebody to specifically hand those out. If ice is being distributed, cups can also be filled with ice and placed in a separate location on the table. Just make sure that the water and energy fluid cups do not have the ice in them. As athletes begin to approach the aid station, volunteers should be lined up next to the tables, holding 1 cup in each hand. One group of volunteers should be designated to only handing out water, while another group of volunteers should be designated to only handing out energy fluid. Additional volunteers should be designated to handing out ice cups and energy chews. As the athletes approach, volunteers should loudly shout what they're providing: Gatorade, water, ice, towels, chews. Athletes will be passing quickly, so it's important they hear exactly what you're providing. Volunteers should hold cups in the palm of their hands by the base of the cups. As athletes pass, they should grab the upper portions of the cup. Don't hold the cups by the rim, as that is unsanitary and less efficient for the athletes to easily grab the cups. As the race progresses, be sure to continue to have an ample supply of poured cups of water, energy fluid, and ice. Volunteers should be pouring if the quantity is getting low. Be sure to let the race director or course coordinator know if you're getting low on supplies. It's safer to be overstocked and have extra water and ice in cups than it is to have too little and run out mid-race. As the race progresses, volunteers should also keep the course clear of cups and debris as best as possible. This will help to keep a clean appearance and prevent the athletes from tripping on the garbage. If an athlete's in need of medical attention, find a shaded area and call for medical assistance. Do not move an athlete who you suspect may have a serious injury. Provide cool water, ice, and towels as needed until assistance arrives. Do not provide medical help for procedures in which you are not trained or certified. At races with bike course aid stations, pre-bottled water and energy replacement fluids are common. Tables and tents should be set up in a similar fashion as the run course, but on the other side of the road, out of the path of cyclists. Volunteers should be lined up on the side of the road with one bottle in each hand ready to hand to cyclists. A sign and/or volunteer should be posted about 20 to 40 yards in front of the aid station, warning cyclists to slow down and keep right for the aid station. Volunteers should hold the bottles by the bottom so passing cyclists can grab the middle or the top. The same procedure can be done for passing out energy gels or chews. Bottles of water and Gatorade should be unsealed and pre-opened so that cyclists do not have to open the bottle while riding. A few volunteers should be dedicated to keeping the road clear of empty bottles and other trash so that cyclists do not roll over it. As the race winds down, continue to clean up all trash and equipment at the course coordinator's discretion. Stage trash bags and equipment to the side of the road or path so that the race organizers can pick it up. Be sure to stay on course until all athletes have passed, and double check with the race organizer before leaving just to make sure. Thank you for volunteering. Your help and commitment to our sport is critical to the continued success of all athletes.